hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on site when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's some ways that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go. Let's go. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. Let's go. Crazy for mine. Let's go, let's go. Hey, hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Yeah. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my checklist. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Don't know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Don't know it's crazy, yeah. Crazy, huh? Let's go. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh?
Late night,
sex,
no late,
text.
What's the odds against that? Is that a safe
bet?
Casino,
Life,
Al Pacino,
nights,
feeling gangster,
Like
in the crazy paradise,
dice.
paradise.
Chimo,
When I leave you,
you go.
when I come,
You stay.
That's how it always
Goes.
Fuck the mother,
Niggas,
fuck the mother.
niggas.
Just to get back at
Me.
I ain't touched the mother.
Bitches.
Okay, I did.
So what?
We sin, we forgive, you know.
What?
I ain't God, I just try to act
Like him.
You know how hard it is to
Grow up,
I'm so
grown up,
I act,
so tough.
I hold
Back feelings,
It's gotta be
so rough. You
but you still
hold up,
with a smile on your face, but you're so
tone up.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
Just do it, just do it, just do it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
Just do it, just do it, just do it. Crazy right now. Crazy right now.
Crazy right now.
Crazy right now.
I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Don't even deserve you, baby. I be out way too late, but I don't
don't got no curfew, baby. No, I say, hey, just be patient. Patience is a virtue, baby. Make reservations for that dinner. Did I mean to desert you, baby? And that was way before the entree. Got a call from my nigga Andre, who said he think he just sang one Kelly and a Beyonce. And they both won't play. So what am I supposed to say? So I'm faded, somewhat vacant in Chicago, but the light is shining brighter than Vegas. I got lost in a condo. I met two twins, Tia and Gia. We had Giordano's. They was from out of town though. They was headed back tomorrow. Oh no. Popping bottles, I'm so real with it. You hate when I'm drunk, but you deal with it. Cause I might be your meal ticket. If I broke your heart tonight, could I live with it?
Trying to get TikTok up and going. What do we describe your perks to? What? I don't want to describe. What the fuck is it doing? I don't. It's gonna force me. It's gonna force me to do that every time, man. What is describe? Huh? Sorry guys, I'm trying to get TikTok up and going and it's not working. Okay. All right, are we live? Are we live? God damn it. All right, we should be live. We're live on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another iteration of the SNEEK and GEEK live. My name is Atreus. Some people say Atreus, others say Atreus. However you may see fit. We are here. We are discussing the entertainment industry through the eyes of a nerd. I consider myself to be a super nerd. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. And everyone on YouTube. All right, there's the Twitch chat. Okay, so let's get a little housekeeping out of the way, guys. Make sure you like the video. How's my sound? Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you are you have the notifications bell set on and everything else. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me pretty much everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see. We got a lot to talk about today. Over here, we have a whole lot of fun. We talk a lot of shit. We can't say that on TikTok. As you can see, we have a hard time. Okay. So this week we're going to be pushing engagement because I have a feeling that we are in YouTube jail. Because we on a struggle bus this week. This week, as far as, well, the last 2 weeks really, we've been on a struggle bus as far as exposure and everything else. So, you know, it feels like somebody hit that button. I don't know. I doubt it, but some things feel, I mean, you know, you come up on 5,000 subscribers and then all of a sudden you can't get all of a sudden your videos are like down in every metric. And as I said on the show the other day, I said that, you know, it's a little bit weird. I feel like I was having more views when I had less than 1,000 subscribers than I did when I got up to 5K. So I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna get into it. We got a lot to talk about today, including the big story that revolves around Tucker Carlson joining Twitter. We're gonna get into that, but in the meantime, though, we got some other things we need to handle, including stories like The Little Mermaid. Now we got several things going on around The Little Mermaid. Several things going on. As you can see right here, we have a video of rapper. I always forget to do this. Control. My boy Reed is in the chat. Shout out to Reed over on YouTube. Sound. Sorry about that. Shout out to Rage Quit who's in the chat. He says, "What's up, brother? Have you seen Guardians?" Absolutely, I have seen Guardians. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was Marvel at its best. It felt like old school Marvel. We talked about it on Monday, actually. No, honey, welcome to the chat. You have not missed a lot. Okay, here we go. I always forget to do this. Before we get into the Little Mermaid, guys, the next 2 weeks, big push is going to be about engagement. It's going to be like an ad for me. Like we need likes. We need make sure that we're turning the notification bell on, because it feels like this week that somebody might have hit that button and put us in YouTube timeout. And so in order to kind of push us in the algorithm, we need a lot of engagement. So for those of you who are enjoying the channel, make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell is turned on. And then if you don't like the content, well, roast me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee you I won't roast you back though. Depending if it's good content, then it's good content. But anyway, so we got The Little Mermaid going on. This was the premiere for The Little Mermaid. That is rapper Offset and his two beautiful children. Shouts out to him. He has a strange fashion sense, but I mean they look nice. I mean this is good. I'll always be supportive of a father being with his children, and so there's that. However, but things are going a little bit weird with the Little Mermaid thing right now. Reviews are starting to come out, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit, and they seem mixed at best. But where can I find where is it? Is it in my bookmarks? Okay, so here we go. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Oh, and I'm sorry. Here I am again, struggling. I know Reach. I just noticed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let's start this over. Yo, what am I looking at? Are y'all seeing this? What the fuck? Hold on, let me, I gotta show you. Guys. No way. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. That looks freaking disgusting. I'm trying to remember we on TikTok. I don't wanna no sound for the video. Hold on.
Weed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor.
It just doesn't hit the same as the old song. I like Under the Sea. Who is this guy? This guy sounds like he takes it up the Okay, we on TikTok, baby. He sounds like he takes it up the rectum. He sounds like he likes a dibbling and a dabbling in the male buttocks every now and again.
Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better. Don't worry, it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
It's just not hitting for me. Now, what I will say. What the? Are y'all seeing this? What in Davy Jones' locker is going on? That is not Sebastian. I don't know what I will say, ladies and gentlemen, is if this were any other Little Mermaid, I mean, if this was any other mermaid movie starring Halle Bailey, she seems adorable. It's just she's not Ariel. I'm sorry. Shout out to Matthew Fosse, who is in the chat on YouTube. Little Mermaid ain't hit, nothing hit. That crab staring into my soul. It's not hitting. It's just not hitting. I don't know. I mean, this looks like a nightmare. This isn't even about Ariel. Whoever thought Sebastian looked good needs to never work again. Nah, really. Sebastian's a little ugly, but I don't hate it. Fair enough. Why is he creeping on her booty? I mean, you know, how do you suck the life out of the best song from the original and the freaking Oscar winner? Yeah, like that's not. I mean, I feel like this should have been left alone as an animation. It should have been left alone. And unfortunately, they felt the need to give us a live action version, and this is what we're getting. So, Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not it. We're going to move on, though. We going to move on. All right? Good Lord. The Little Mermaid, though, I'm interested to see if it's going to make money. It could subvert all of our expectations and screw around and make some dang old money. And if it does, you know, I'm not making a bet on I'm on a Little Mermaid. I already got like 3 pending bets of me having to wear clown makeup. If like I got clown makeup bet on the Fantastic Four. I told y'all I bet that they was going to cast a trans woman as Sue Storm. That's not looking too good for me. And I also bet that the Marvels was going to flop at the box office and that it wasn't going to make $1 billion. I'm pretty confident about that one, though. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next story. Before we move on, this week and the next, we're going to be pushing engagement more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, because We want to continue to foster growth on the channel. We want to continue to, and it seems like somebody at YouTube might have pushed that button to put us in YouTube timeout. So you hitting the like button and you know, dropping a comment would be the best thing to push these videos out into the algorithm. Like I said before on Monday, yes, we hit 5K subscribers on YouTube, but the videos have been strangely down in every metric. So make sure you hit the like button, turn on your notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. All right. Shout out to Honey who's in the chat. Shout out to Reed, and shout out to Matthew Fosse. Matt, I'm sorry, Matt, you have to start a clothing line. I mean, you have to start a clothing line with that last name, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ride every time I see you in the chat, I'm gonna ride your last name until you start a clothing line or something with that last name. Matthew Fosse. Hey, what's that, bro? What you got on, man? I just got some of that new Fosse at the mall. Shit's expensive. Oh, word? Yeah, some Fosse sneakers, some Fosse shirt. Got on the Fosse hat. I'm Fosse'd all the way out, tripped out. You know what I'm saying? What you got on, man? What, baby girl, where you get that dress from? Oh yeah, this that new Matthew Fosse. Does that not sound expensive to y'all? I'm wearing Matthew Fosse, man. If you don't start a clothing line, a makeup line, or something. All right, okay. So let's get into it. Ant-Man and the Wasp allegedly cost Marvel $125 million. Holy. This comes from our friends over at Bounding in the Comics. Admittedly, y'all know I like my friends over at Bounding into Comics, but man, Bounding is starting to get real suspect. Bounding is starting to get real suspect. You know how we always talk about the left, but Bounding is like too far to the damn right. These people on the Twitter account be responding to people telling them to repent for their sins, and they be tweeting out Bible verses and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen. I'm 100%, I'm all for religion, but come on, bro. You got to know who your audience is. A new report claims that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania lost Marvel Studios and the Walt Disney Company north of $125 million. This new report comes from YouTuber and box office analyst Valiant Renegade, who took a look at the box office financials for the film following the end of its theatrical run. According to the numbers, the film grossed $213.7 million at the domestic box office and another $250 million at the international box office for a global gross of $464. It didn't even reach $500 million, ladies and gentlemen. What? Now hold on. Now we gotta take a look at Guardians, because I thought Guardians made $300 million already. Honey says Valiant Renegade is a good source. Okay, cool. Hey, what's the matter with you? What's the total? Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy is already approaching 350 million worldwide. So, and it's still the first week. We still on the first week. So Guardians of the Galaxy is a lot of people was trying to compare Guardians of the Galaxy to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and I was like, man, I don't know if it's gonna be that bad. And so if Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania grossed what was it, 400 and what? 464. Yeah, Guardians is gonna pass that. So Guardians ain't gonna flop that bad. But holy. So looking at the international box office, the film grossed just shy of 40 million in China. Yeah, we get all that. Looking at these financials, Valiant Renegade explains why he believes the film lost north of 125 million. First, he explains how much of the gross Marvel Studios and the Walt Disney Company are taken from various box office. In the domestic box office, on a movie of this scale, about 55% of that domestic revenue gets returned to the distributor. From the international, not including China, it's about 40% in this day and age, and a lot of that has gone down a little bit thanks to foreign currency exchange drag, meaning foreign currencies on average are buying fewer US dollars than they were a year or two ago, largely due to inflationary pressures. He then takes this information and applies it to Quantumania's box office return, saying using 214 million at the domestic box office, that's about 118 million that goes back to Disney. On the international side, removing the 40 million haul from China itself, that puts it at about 212 million in the international retail, and 85 million of that goes back to Disney. Damn. China itself, of the $40 million box office, about 10 million returns to Disney. Yikes. That means that all total Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania brought home to Walt Disney Company and Marvel Studios somewhere to the tune of $213 million. He continues, and that, of course, would not pay for any of the massive marketing campaign that this movie would have engendered? What the hell? I've never seen that word before. Usually, y'all, Reach is my thesaurus, y'all. Like he be sending me words and stuff that I ain't never seen that. Usually these types of Marvel films, especially big blockbuster films in general, usually tend to command somewhere on the order of close to 150 million in addition to expenditures by distributors to actually sell these products to the general public. That would mean that Ant-Man Quantumania at the very least lost somewhere in the 125 million, maybe as high as 150 million range, and that is boondoggle. And that is the boondoggle for the Walt Disney Company and the Marvel Studios, and it's one of the many that they've had in phases 4 and 5. I mean, listen, you tell me. I mean, we know that the budget was at least $200 million, and then that's not accounting for, once again, the 150 million for marketing purposes. It flopped, and we told y'all it was gonna flop. And people kept acting like people in my comments on TikTok was talking about, oh no, it did this number at the box office, it did this, it did that. No, it didn't, bro. It flopped. It flopped. And here's the thing. This movie, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, wasn't even that woke. I mean, they had that, that Antifa blunder in there, but it wasn't even that woke. It just wasn't good. And quite frankly, let me tell y'all something. Marvel became a little arrogant when they made Guardians of the Galaxy, and they felt that they could turn any character into a golden egg. But the simple fact of the matter is that I'm starting to believe that Guardians of the Galaxy was as good as it was because of James Gunn. James Gunn just understood those characters, and he understands how to make a good movie. And you're losing James Gunn to DC. This is why I'm a little bit more excited about DC now, because James Gunn knows what he's doing. And I know that the average person doesn't understand business. So I understand, like, I'm willing to let him take his lumps. Reed says, I do not know that one. Give me a minute. Engender, cause or give rise to, feeling, situation or condition. The issue engendered continued controversy. I suppose. I never seen that word before. But yeah, though. So basically Marvel, when they made Guardians of the Galaxy, they felt that they could make any character, any movie, any show, and turn it into a golden egg. And it's not true. It's just not true. It's not true. And so, and listen, Ant-Man is cool, but I mean, it's Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm starting to believe that people are sick of these buffoonery characters. Every character is the same. Besides from T'Challa, Steve Rogers, and Tony Stark, every male character in the MCU is a bumbling idiot. Is a bumbling idiot. Thor, the Hulk, idiot. Ant-Man, idiot. Who else? Doctor Strange is straight. I mean, everybody's just a freaking idiot. The Falcon isn't necessarily an idiot, but he ain't necessarily the most serious either. So I don't know. We're gonna move on though. We going to move on because we've said everything we need to say. Make sure you guys are following me on Rumble. We're still on our quest to get to 25 followers on Rumble so that we can stream on Rumble. Hold on. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. And let's keep the growth going. What we got next? What we got next? All right. How many of you grew up watching Beetlejuice? Oh, that's weird. How many of y'all grew up watching Beetlejuice? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Well, we're getting a Beetlejuice sequel starring Michael Keaton and Jenny Ortega to hit theaters in 2024. I grew up watching the hell out of Beetlejuice. I've seen that movie so many dang on times, and the funny thing is I don't remember it. But I know I've seen it at least 20 times. We are getting a Beetlejuice sequel to hit theaters in September 2024. I'm praying that it's not woke. We're gonna see whether or not you say his name 3 times. Beetlejuice is returning to movies theaters next year. Warner Brothers has announced that Beetlejuice 2 will be released on the big screen on September 6, 2024. It opens on the same day as Marvel's Blade, a comic book adventure starring Mahershala Ali. Otherwise, there's not much currently set on the release calendar in surrounding weeks. There's little information available about the follow-up to Tim Burton's 1988 film about a pesky poltergeist, but the filmmaker is returning with Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz. Additional cast members include Wednesday star Jenny Ortega as the daughter of Ryder's character, as well as Justin Theroux in a yet-to-be-revealed role. Production is expected to commence in London on May 10th. I'll be tuned into that. I like Jenna Ortega as a actress. A very talented young woman. She killed the Wednesday role. And just because we're talking about Wednesday, we gotta play it. We have to play it. We have to play it. And for those of you who have not seen Wednesday yet, I highly suggest that you watch the Wednesday show. Here we go. Y'all know I'll be watching stuff sped up. Don't judge me. You know I gotta turn it down. This is her playing Wednesday Addams, by the way, and this is them at the at a dance, and I thought this was hilarious, bro. Look at her face. This was her the entire show, bro. This was her the entire show. She killed this role. As much I know she's a feminist, but you can't take anything away from her. She killed this role. Honey says, as a Beetlejuice fan, I am interested to see Michael Keaton again in the makeup. That was so yeah. I think she's really talented. So I will be tuned into Beetlejuice when it drops. That will be interesting to see. Hopefully she can bring that. That's perfect casting. Hopefully she can bring that creepy. I don't want her to play the same character, but hopefully she can bring that creepy, horrific attitude to Beetlejuice as well. Because we know Michael Keaton will. Anyway, we're gonna move on. All right, we're gonna jump into our main story today. But guys, make sure. Okay, so we're gonna jump into our main story. But before we do, we are pushing engagement this week. Okay, we believe that YouTube has put us in timeout. So before we get into this story, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're sharing the video out there to your family and friends and this, that, and the third. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and the notification bell is turned on. We want to continue to grow the channel because we need more platforms who are willing to speak out against some of the nonsense and cover some of the news that the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear. So please like, please subscribe. All right, so Tucker Carlson is now going to Twitter. Okay, this is interesting because, as you know, Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News, and let me see. Where's this video at? Where is this video? I'm trying to find the video. Hold on. Did they scrub the video from the internet? Okay, so let me see. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's the video. So we're gonna watch this video really quick. Strange. All right.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson.
Jesus.
You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before, am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess, it's guaranteed. Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
And there you have it. That video has been viewed 113.6 million times, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and drop my little engagement.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson.
Whoops. Oh shit. Excuse me, sorry. This person says you are right about everything you said, but the problem is that you are just as guilty as those you accuse of doing these things. How many times have you said narratives without telling all of the facts? You tell the facts that you want to use for your narrative while leaving the exculpatory facts out. Are you willing to admit that? Elon Musk responds and says, on this platform, unlike the one-way street of broadcast, people are able to interact, critique, and refute whatever he or anyone may say. And of course, anything misleading will get community notes. I also want to be clear. This is what Elon is saying. I also want to be clear that we have not signed a deal of any kind whatsoever. Tucker is subject to the same rules and rewards of all content creators. Rewards mean subscriptions and advertising revenue share. Still working on software needed for the latter, which is a function of how many people subscribe and the advertising views associated with this content. I hope that many others, particularly from the left, also choose to be content creators on this platform. Well, there you have it. So the reason why this is important, and we don't really do politics over here straightforward like that. We normally do politics in the context of the nerd world, you know, movies, TV shows, video games, etc. However, this is important again because we want more platforms where we're not constantly being silenced. Again, I talked about YouTube. We're pushing engagement this week, but YouTube has a knack for I call it pressing the button on channels. I think the Quartering just did a video on it maybe yesterday, where he feels like somebody, you know, started you know, not suppressing his video. Right now, if you put Dylan Mulvaney in the title of your video's going nowhere. He's being protected. So on Twitter, if you post your videos on Twitter and they do numbers, then you could then hopefully, you know, you could have more growth there. The thing is, I haven't been posting my videos on Twitter because I just don't feel like it's a whole lot of discoverability there. I could be wrong. Maybe I just got to keep doing it and I got to be consistent with it. Is that something that we should do? Well, let me check up on TikTok. I don't know. It's kind of difficult. But I hope that Tucker, you know, and people are calling him a right-wing extremist. I don't know. I've listened to Tucker Carlson quite a few times, and a lot of the things that he said, I've agreed with. As far as these right-wing extremist views that y'all claim he has, I have yet to see that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. I don't know. But that's just what I've seen. I think this is very important. I think this is very important for content creation in general. I think gamers, commentators, people like Eric July, I think those guys need to start, posting on Twitter, posting their videos on Twitter, and we'll see. We'll see. And Rumble as well. I'm in support of all of it. Rumble, Twitter, locals, hell, even the left wing sites. But this thing, too many people on the left are socialists in that they want the message opposite of theirs to be controlled, and I just can't get with it. So salute to Tucker Carlson. Go get the Twitter bag. Go get the Rumble bag. I don't know about YouTube. I don't think YouTube is going. Oh, and funny, before we sign off, I thought this was hilarious, right? Look at this BS. Tucker Carlson is hit with bad news as new Twitter competitor Tribal announces that they just permanently banned Carlson from their growing social media app, declaring that Tribal has decided to permanently ban Tucker Carlson from our network because Mr. Carlson is a proven liar, racist, and insurrectionist who spreads Russian propaganda that threatens our democracy. Banning him is necessary to protect our users. Raise your hand on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube if you've ever heard of Tribal. And Tribal is about right because it seems like you have a tribalistic way of thinking. So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure you're hitting the like button on the way out. Make sure you're sharing this stream out there, this video out there. And we're going to go ahead and sign off, guys. I appreciate Honey, Reach, Matthew, Fasse, Rage Quit for coming through. Everybody on TikTok and Twitch. I will talk to you guys a wee bit later, all right? Hopefully, this time I can actually close my TikTok app so that, I'm not streaming for 20 hours of me with no shirt on watching Fresh and Fit. Yeah, I don't want that.